current comics. I'm not really sure which one, because I'm not really reading current Daredevil stuff. I'm very limited what I buy because of the cost of comics.
Yeah,
I buy stuff, but I gotta be careful how much I buy because I gotta still pay bills and eat.
Yeah, Cody's pretty familiar with
All
the street level.
I'm still getting things set up on my end. My computer's restarting, but greetings and welcome to the table of the tavern. Tonight we're doing some ttrpgs, being Marvel 616, and because we're doing an RPG, we've got some players involved. We're going to go around our virtual table and introduce everyone. I'm going to go and put Chris on the spot up there. That's at the top corner over there, reorganizing himself. Why don't you tell us a little about yourself, a little about the character you're playing tonight?
Yeah, hello. My name is Chris. I go by Drake. I used to own a comic book shop called Drake's Comics in Atlanta. I still sell books on Whatnot, eBay, Facebook, do shows from time to time. So when Pat hit me up and asked me about Marvel superheroes, I was like, well, of course I want to play Marvel superheroes. And X-Men, yes, let's do it. So I'm playing a character named Christopher Winters. He is a telekinetic teleporter, and his code name currently is Mayhem after his father, who was a telekinetic illusion guy. And we're been having fun, progressing little by little, but that's it. That's me.
Thank you for that, Chris. Continuing on, we have Cody. Hello, I'm Cody. I've been playing TTRPGs for 11 years. Tonight I'm playing John Peters, aka the Green Knight, a rookie of the hero game, but after a visit to the seat of my power source, my confidence is growing. Alright, thank you, Cody. Continuing on, we have Damon. Damon, you are... Oh, wait, no, Brian. Brian, you're up next.
Hey, my name's Brian. I work over at Quaker in Eldon. I'll be playing Cisco tonight, also known as the Cyclone. He has the capability of controlling the weather, also to kind of shapeshift in a way sometimes. He was able to gain his powers through a meteorite and absorb the radioactive energy through the meteorite.
Indeed. And that was in Russia, I think, right?
The Himalayas.
The Himalayas. Right. Well, thank you for that, Brian. Continuing on, we have Damon. Damon, wants to tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about the character you're playing.
Hi, everybody. I'm Damon. I go by GMDad88 on most platforms. Fellow game master and gamer. Been playing this Marvel game with Pat for a hot minute now. It's been very, very fun. My character is Lee Bruceman Jr. Goes by Taekwon Ghost. He's a little kid, hence the super corny name. But he's got similar powers to Kitty Pryde, so phasing and. But I didn't want to do a one-to-one cut, so I threw in some martial arts to kind of give him some, I don't know, some separation from that character, and gave him the goal of like trying to get trained by all these heroes that he can while kind of going through this whole getting schooled phase here at Charles Xavier's School for the Gifted. It's been pretty fun so far, so wanted to see where this goes.
Thank you for that. So typically when getting started, I like to do a recap what has happened the last time we played, and in order to encourage player involvement and, of course, to help get everyone's juices flowing and allow me to see what everyone focuses on, to where how to, I don't know, make it intriguing for them. I ask the players to do the recap because sometimes they remember things that I forget. So go ahead. I'll ask one of you guys to provide that recap. If not, I'll take it.
I remember when we were in, well, we're still actually in Avalon, up with merchants, I believe. I got some memories from this one dude. I don't remember his name at the moment, though. A pretty brutal warlord, I believe he was.
Yeah. Yeah, we kicked it off with the SHIELD agents. I had taken a thumb drive back to SHIELD, to Agent Coulson, to let them know what they were doing at the Essex Research Facility. He had kind of advised that we not engage, and me being a 12-year-old kid, I totally ignored that. Because we had to save Mayhem's sister, who is trapped there. So whenever my character got back, I totally passed on the wrong information, and got the team rallied, so we could bust out jealousy, and that was pretty entertaining. We got Jessica Jones and the Black Knight to help us with that. We did get out safely. There was a little bit of guff there, but we got out. We got out in one piece. Got her back to the school and got her down to like Jean Grey and Beast and everybody, so they can make sure she was okay. And then we ended up going to Avalon. Yeah.
Indeed. Journey to Avalon. That's something you missed out loud last week there, Chris. So a lot of that was directed towards Cody's character. In his, I guess, evolution, becoming the Green Knight. You guys had a guide, of course, being the Black Knight. You guys found that book again, and reading the pages, the Black Knight did some magic, and you guys were transported to ancient Avalon. You guys took a keen interest on the city, on the tower itself, but before that, found some mischief in the market. That was kind of fun. Does anyone remember anything about the market?
We had found out that we could trade stuff. We weren't quite given a 100% answer on what stuff per se. To the whimsical beings to gain certain information or maybe like lore or an item or something like that. My character was particularly interested in seeing who would train him to be the best, like the best martial artist ever. And I got the name of somebody extremely hardcore. That was the character, I believe, that Cyclone had gained a memory from.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, in order to help him out to get a better understanding of him, I was more intrigued with the memories of that person.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah. So I think through some like subtle chi net somewhere, he may know He may know we're peeking in on him. That's all right though. That's where I was geeking on that, so I kind of zoned out after that.
Right. I think we all did, kind of.
I believe the memory was something along the lines of a young man, barely more than a boy, kneels in the court. His knuckles are bloody, his chest bruised, and his breath fogs the cold air. Shane Layunzu stands above him, cloaked in red and gold. His his back perfectly straight, a cup of tea unmoving in his hands despite the wind. Says nothing, so forth. The boy, yeah. When will I be ready? When you no longer ask. Yeah, something like that. And you, in turn, Brian, you gave him a memory as well. But what memory, you're not sure.
Yeah, I was getting
After
ready
all,
to specify.
You can't remember it. Isn't that something?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
kicker there. That was the kicker.
Yeah. So, yes, Bruce, from what Cody says, Bruce got a seed. Cyclone got memories. And I got cryptic info and a gem from an odd fae. That is a very apt and to the point description of what happened. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, that gem will actually end up helping you later on in the line in different contexts. And my computer's still updating, so I'm just running this from my phone right now. So I believe you guys ended up finishing up in the tower there, and we'll say for all intents and purposes, Chris, you could be there with them, yes.
Okay. Because obviously I missed last session, which
Right.
I was in town.
We'll just say you were tagging along with them as you normally do. Okay.
So for sake of argument, I'm with the group now. Like maybe I took my sister, got my sister, came back and met them where they're at now.
I had dropped some stuff into the chat earlier today. Some leads you guys picked up, some cryptic info is whatever about a city of silent bells, and a couple other different locations that you guys could possibly, travel to or whatever to find this cult of the Bane, as it were. I often find that typically start at the beginning, make your way, but you guys could, of course, do whatever you want. But is there anything out on this list here that I provided for you that calls out to you, or?
So I just read all these. They're the ones that talks about the holy city with the bells where no one mourns, the high priest, the mute child, and the garden beneath the gallows. Does this ring? No pun intended, because there's a bell tower in the first one, but in bells, does this ring any kind of memory to any of us? City of Silent Bells.
All right, so that's a great question. Why don't everyone go ahead and roll the ever important vigilance check?
Vigilance?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Mayhem got a 15 standard.
$15 standard for Taekwon Ghost.
I got a 15 standard.
Cody's playing with miniatures tomorrow. I'm kidding. That was from right before 9. Waiting for his... Oh, I'm sorry. 14 fantastic for Cody.
All right. Yes, the gym allowed you to talk to the previous Green Knight. That's correct, and you got a healing.
All right, probably I'm off my phone. My computer updated. I normally don't have it on all week, you know, and I only turn it on like when I'm doing this. So sometimes I have to do. Anyway, trying to think if I'll have to do about being more punctual. Okay. So you guys are pondering this question about a city of bells. Something, you know, you a once holy city where every bell tower has now been shut. No mourning is allowed, no prayers are spoken aloud. Their high priest is a mute child crowned in rest. So you're trying to think about all this stuff and recount anything. And, miraculously, as it were, it dawns on you that there is a particular city where all of the bells were decommissioned. No one really knows too much about why, but also that certain religious entities were also abolished, like the clergy were removed forcefully, and yet willingly at the same time. So, guys begin to travel using, we'll say, the means of the Black Knight, which knows of what you're talking about and takes you there. Okay, we're just gonna.
Like Batman. The Batman.
Yep.
You know,
Got it.
and then bam, we're there.
All right. So
We on roll 20 right now?
we will be utilizing Roll20 for this evening's affairs. Now I can assist with some of that, as I could just provide it right here to the Discord. In fact.
Do.
Ooh, you didn't get that double.
Huh.
Yeah.
Those look like mummies.
Mummies.
Or, better yet, maybe they're... What's the bad guy Ninja Turtle group called? Something, the Foot Clan? What are they called? Run around the shredder? I'm kidding.
Yeah, you're right. The Foot Clan.
Yep.
The foot. Alright.
Anyway,
I was actually watching the movie earlier today.
the Ninja Turtle one?
Yeah,
The newer one or one of the older ones?
one of the older ones.
Gotcha. Cool.
So basically just try to move things along a little bit here. So,
All right.
The Black Knight tells you that there is a little bit more about what's going on here. He says he's familiar with this area and leads you here.
In the middle, right there in the middle
He
of the screen.
says, and I'm trying to find the stuff. Okay, so he says, there was once a holy city devoted to honoring the dead and maintaining harmony between life and the afterlife. After the Bane's influence crept in, the city's rulers, willingly or deceived, outlawed public mourning, funerals, and prayer. Bells, which once told to mark deaths, were sealed, symbolizing the silence of grief. The silencing of grief. Now the city feels sterile, eerily clean, and spiritually hollow. But beneath it all is a deep rot. Okay? The high priest, the mute child crowned in rest. This child is said to be touched by the Red Lord, not corrupted, but empty like a vessel, like there is no boy anymore. Crowned with a twisted rusted iron that is said to be forged from the bells of the city that were melted down. They cannot speak, okay? He or those that serve him, okay? In fact, no one is allowed to speak a word anymore within the city. And his silenced, as it were, patrol the city. Alright?
Okay.
So, if you want to, you could try to discreetly make your way to the tower. Okay? Or you could go through and bust some heads. That's completely up to you. It's up to you guys on that. Okay? But you do see some of their clergy in town. Okay? The city itself. Okay, I've got some stuff prepared for you. Let me read it out for you. Okay? The road narrows beneath your feet as the forest gives way to stone. You crest a hill, and there, shrouded in the mist and melancholy, you see it. The city of silent bells sprawls before you like a memory too painful to speak aloud. Spires, like the fingers of a forgotten prayer, their bell towers hollow and sealed. No chimes, no tolls, only the wind. And even that seems to hold its breath here. As you descend, just to give you an idea what we're talking about here. Okay. As you descend, the silence deepens. The air is heavy, not without heat or scent, but with the absence of everything. No birds sing here. No carts creak. Even your footsteps feel quieter. Buildings lean towards the streets, like mourners over a grave. Windows are shuttered, doors sealed with wax and rust. Signs of life, candles burned low. There are no real signs of life except for candles that burned low. Laundry left untouched suggests someone was here until they just weren't. And the bells, you see them scattered across the city, not above but below. Melted lumps, rusted bronze, discarded like bones. You pass one, its cracked surface echoed with a phrase you dare not say aloud. So, come to one of these bells. Narrow streets twist through the city like broken veins. Some lead to nothing. Dead ends, crumbling alleys, sealed cathedrals. Others turn sharply suddenly as the city itself forgot how to welcome its guests. In the distance you hear nothing, not silence, but the weight of it. Basically, you don't hear anything. The only thing you can hear is basically your heartbeat, your own breath, your footsteps, but the world around you is silent. How do you want to proceed?
Yeah, crickets. So,
Not even a cricket. That's just still there ain't even a
so
cricket.
we made it to the one building you were telling us we were
Well, you're currently the X here.
Okay.
So you made it to one of these bells. Okay.
Gotcha.
So if you want to navigate the city, you may, and make your way to this cathedral. Okay, at the end. Okay, essentially, that's where you believe this boy is going to be. This vessel, perhaps filled with the Red Lord.
Gotcha. So, there's how many of us are there? There's 5 of us, right?
Indeed, sir.
I think I could actually think that might be right in my, let's see. It doesn't say how many, but I can probably just telekinetically carry all of us through the air to that location if you want to try to avoid the street level.
Is that okay with everyone?
I'm okay with it.
Cody says I'd say let's stay stealthy and get to the chapel. And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm good with it. So
Okay.
I'll use it's a group levitation, and then I just move us over there. So it's a 5 focus, and where is it's a logic check. So I can do my logic do my logic roll.
Yeah, please do.
All right. So it's a 14 standard.
Nice. So you manage to lift the entire party, including yourself, and begin to fly across the city. Now, I've given you the ability to control that token.
All right, I'm like removing the focus points from my character real quick.
Okay.
All right.
So all of you guys could actually, anyone that's on roll 20 could actually move that token. I'm just trying to get an idea of where are you guys? You guys just flying straight on over, or are you trying to be like discreet about this? You do see the only people that seem to be on the, out there in the city. That's not accurate. Sorry.
Well, I get that, but I'm like, I'm just saying the route. I would figure we just go straight across.
Go straight. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, unless somebody has another idea.
I think we should make like a little curve. That way we stay farther away from him. Like, dead center.
So you're saying avoid the guys that may be...
Yeah, like that. That way we have better
just
chance of not being
flying
spotted.
directly overhead, be like, "Hi, how are you?"
Exactly. So basically, maybe go straight to this, like up here, and then diagonally, to here, and then from here across, like to here, and then from there straight down onto the street level.
Yeah.
Or maybe go from here to the top of the building where you have us there, and then to the top of. I'm on this stupid ruler. Then to like over here, and then once we make sure this stuff's clear, we can get down to the ground from there.
Okay. I just have a general question, and that is, how quiet are you all? And that's going to be determined by your agility. Okay. So basically, asking for your stealth. And your stealth is very much a defensive score, as much as your ability to be hit. It is based off of your defense or your agility modifier.
So say I'm used to levitating and flying around, so I'm quiet. I guess we're all rolling an agility check.
No, you don't roll. See, basically what it is you have a target DC, okay, a difficulty check, for me to then roll a vigilance to see you, to detect you. And it's going to be based upon your agility modifier.
What's your
highest agility modifier? I'm going to give you guys that.
So my sneaking hiding says 11 TN, whatever that is.
So okay. What's your non-combat check for agility?
My defensive score is 11.
When you look at your I get that. I get that. +1.
My agility non-combat check is +1.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
So everyone's little ability modifier for non-combat checks, that plus right there. Yeah. I've discovered that's what your stealth is based on. Okay. So if everyone can tell me what their non-combat agility modifier is, we'll determine who has the best chance of passing this.
I think Cody said 10, if I'm right with that number, and then GM Dad 88 said 15 in the chat.
So 15. Okay, very good. What does that make your modifier, GM? Let me show you what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's the modifier right there.
Here. What does that say?
Mine says 1.
Yeah, I have brawling, so I use my melee. So it'd be a 5.
+5. Thank you. All right. Awesome. 15. Okay, cool. 5. That's fine. All right. I know it's stupid. This is a stupid question. Your modifier is 0, right? See, he gets a bonus. Some people might get a bonus, anyway, for your agility 4 different things that wrapped up in your traits or powers and stuff like that, which may boost that ability modifier. So anyway, so 15. So I'm going to roll is vigilance against that. I'm going to roll 2 of them. Okay? Just for the 2 guys that have an opportunity to see you. Okay? And all right. All right, so you make your way, all right, to the tower, okay? So, cathedral, okay. You go ahead and head back on in then, I'm guessing, right?
I would assume so. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Well, it
I'm
seems like
gonna.
an abandoned city. I say we just go in. I mean, do we hear, standing before we barge in the door, do we hear any noise inside?
No, no, you definitely don't hear any noise inside. Have you ever heard a noise since you've been here?
All right, cool. Let's go head on in.
Sorry, I almost died of my own laughter there. I was laughing as I said that because no, you don't hear anything. Definitely not here. It is the epochs of silence.
You're like, you choke on the silence.
Yeah. All right, so you guys make your way inside. You guys all should have the ability to move your tokens in here. Those of you that cannot move your tokens, of course, I will help you with that. But across the way, you see this child sitting on what appears to be almost like a throne. Okay.
Sitting on a throne. Child is on the throne. Some people would call it a toilet, but you say it's a throne. Okay, here we go. Oh. Isn't this supposed to be the mute child? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
He appears to be alive?
Oh yeah. I mean, he's not saying anything. He's not doing anything. He's just kind of just sitting there.
Just eyeballing us?
Yeah, you could say that. Just eyeballing you. I'm about to send you guys a picture of him. You all can see.
Oh, that's pretty creepy. Okay. And now my question is it a small throne and he's a child on the throne, or he's just a really big child on the throne?
The throne seems to be almost made for him. Yeah, but he seems a little bigger. He seems to be, yes, a little larger than a normal child, but he is a child in appearance.
Okay, gotcha. So
if
he's like
seemingly imbued with some sort of power.
Okay, cool. Man, do we want to approach him?
Yes.
I mean, obviously he sees us, so it's not like we're hiding from him. So maybe say, we don't know his name. I guess he's. Oh, geez, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
As you approach, almost stepping out of the darkness itself. Okay.
So, with that, we're like, Your Highness, we would like an audience if that is a possibility. I would address you properly, but I'm not 100% sure your name.
So cool.
But he
That
doesn't.
effect. It's such a weird effect. Like, you're speaking. You're talking. But no sound is coming out of your mouth. You guys can't hear him speaking, and you can't hear your own words.
Oh.
Alright, it's at this point in time, I would like everyone to go ahead and make these,
I have a bad feeling about initiative rolls.
we're going to make some ego checks.
Okay, cool.
Well, I guess no, technically this would be a logic check. Make a logic check.
Sweet. We like logic checks.
Cyclone got a 12.
Well,
Mayhem got a 20 standard.
20.
Cody got a 16 standard.
15.
Cody says, I'd say approach. Try not to kill him.
Damon, what you got over there, bud?
A fantastic 11.
Oh, nice.
Are you in heat?
That's
Is that
good.
why you're going like a monster?
Okay. So, as you begin making your way forward,
Come here.
you're struggling to remember, like, why you're here. Okay? You're struggling to, like, even remember, like, who you yourself are. But you maintain as you go forward. In fact, with your 11, fantastic, you would have failed. Okay, this particular check there, Damon. Okay, so more I'm talking to you than anyone else. Like, you forget, like, who you are, but then when you look back and see your friends, you suddenly are like, oh, wait a second. Okay, we're here to face this dude. You know, we got to stop this guy. But, you know, it's like, for a brief moment there, you forgot yourself.
Yeah, but that was Damon, right?
That was Damon. Yes.
All right.
With his fantastic 11.
I'm trying to figure out, like, I didn't know we were supposed to stop anybody, but that's why that was for him. All right.
Okay. So these guys begin, like, moving about, and they're coming around the altars.
Like, they're surrounding us.
Yeah. They're beginning to, yeah. So at this point in time, I'd like to get some initiatives.
Yeah, I said that before. Initiative.
A
I like to
standard.
go on. I like to go on 10 because I'm weird like that. Okay. So
I got
11 is good.
11 fantastic.
11 fantastic. Okay.
What's your malfunction? That way is not clear. No, get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. I got a 13 standard. I'll feed you shortly. I'm your doctor. Sorry.
What does Cody have there? Let's see.
11 fantastic.
Okay. Cody has 11 fantastic as well. All right. So Brian and Cody, you guys are basically tied.
I have 13.
So who has the higher modifier? What's your initiative modifiers?
I got a +1.
Cody, do you also have a +1? You have a 0. Okay, that means that Brian will go first. And then
Do the
Cody.
fantastic rolls go first?
No. Yes and no. They get a surprise round.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Thank
And
you.
then we go to normal initiative.
Okay.
So, Cody and Brian, you guys have an opportunity to react as these guys are moving. Okay? As these guys are moving across to take position, I'm going to give you guys your opportunity to make it in. Yeah, you can do your thing. Okay?
Uh,
So, we start off with you, Brian, in our fantastic order. They are moving into a. They're basically. It's starting to turn aggressive. You feel it. You know, it's going down. He just makes a motion with his hand. The kid on the throne, and they go to surrounding you.
and with this surprise round, does that mean I get 2 standard actions, right?
Whatever your turn. Whatever. This is your surprise round. Okay, and then we go to our original initiative. You don't have first initiative. You just have a surprise round. Okay.
All right. Okay, well, to the group on the left, I am gonna use thunder on top of me.
All right, I like it.
Yeah. We got a 12.
So it's basically is this an ego?
Yes.
And is this like a
It's like a deafening crack of thunder. It goes against the resilience defense of every character within 10 spaces.
so you
Any
basically just
character the attack succeeds against is deafened. On fantastic success, the character is also stunned for 1 round.
okay.
Do we have to hear this thing?
All right. All right. So that's an interesting thing. Okay. Is right now in this little area, you're like in a sphere of silence.
Well, I would.
I'm gonna need you to make it. What is your attack?
I am using thunder,
Right.
and it also injures me.
Right. So what was your
attack roll?
I got a damage of 5.
What is your attack roll, my man? What is your full?
I got a 15.
15. Thank you. All right. So that is going to penetrate the sphere of silence. Okay, and be able to make that actual sound. That's what I needed to know. Now then,
Okay.
what was the damage you said you inflict?
I got 5.
Very good. Each one of these guys is going to take 5 damage. Very good. All right, very good. With that, end your turn?
Yeah.
All right. So that's the end of your surprise round. Cody, it's your surprise round now. I'll run up to the one in front of me and do a vicious strike. Sounds good. Make an attack. A 16 to hit. 16 will hit. Twenty damage. Oh, wrong button. He collapses. He is dead. You cleave him in twain with your sword. Alright, will that end your turn? Okay, so that brings us to the top of the first initiative, which is Chris. So these both happen as surprise rounds. Okay, so they got this surprise attack in. So I'm going to move everyone to where they would be. Okay, now. He's not moving forward. Alright.
I have a question about the bells in the room. Are they intact with like the bell part that would gong, or are they completely dismantled and destroyed on the ground?
Yeah, so it's an empty bell, so yeah, it doesn't have the whatchamacallit, hammer.
It doesn't have the thing that actually it strikes it, so you can't ring those bells.
Can't ring the bell, but you could probably, I don't know, maybe you could. You see this one over here still seems to contain one. I see it there. But it's up to you, bud. I don't know what you want to do, Thanos. You might be able to ring a bell, yeah.
Well, I don't know. There's this guy on the throne is real big on silence, and all the bells are dismantled and down. So it's like this person doesn't like noise of some sort. So I'm going to pick up the bell in the top left corner telekinetically, and I'm gonna hurl it at the guy that's coming toward me and the group in the middle of the church.
All right.
Yeah, that one. The one that doesn't have anything to ring. I mean, if it's got something in there it can flap around, then great. But I'm sending it.
You which guy?
The one right in front of me. Right. Yeah. Right there. That one. Yes. Yep.
So make an attack.
And I need to roll logic.
Yeah.
16 standard.
All right, so you take the bell and sling it. So your bell hits, and it's an astonishing thing. It hits, and normally you would hear like the thud, okay? But you don't. Okay, you don't hear the bell chime. You don't hear it hit, and you don't hear it breaking its bones. What's the damage?
All right, so the damage is 6, 12, 16.
Yeah, he's crushed beneath the bell. Yeah.
He was too close. Sorry.
I get it. I totally get it. So, will that end your turn?
That ends my turn.
Damon, you okay back there?
Yeah. Is it my go?
No. I just want to make sure because I got to go through Brian and Cody again before you get one turn. I just want to make sure you were still there. Okay.
Oh,
So,
no, you guys are good.
all right. So, Brian, that brings us back to you. This is the first actual initiative. Okay, as you guys had your little surprise round. I see you plotting.
Yeah. I'm gonna be going for this dude over here on the left.
All right, I like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my electrical burst. So I'm gonna be shooting a bolt of lightning towards it.
Okay, let's do that. You hurl a bolt of
13.
lightning at him. A 13? All right, what's the
Yeah.
damage on that?
14. It was a fantastic. Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. It was a fantastic. That's why.
All right, 14?
Yep. 14. Fantastic.
He collapses, convulsing as the electricity flows through him. He is cooked.
Fried like a turkey.
Mm-hmm. All right. If that'll end your turn, that brings us to Cody.
Yep.
Okay. You make an attack to the guy on your right. Very good. $17 standard. Very good. What you hit, and what's the damage on that? Okay. You cut him down. All right. As Drax would say, these are paper people. Will that end your turn then, Cody? All right. That brings us to Damon. Damon, you see your party spring into action, blowing bells and emanating electrical bursts and cleaving people with his sword. But don't worry, they saved you a couple. There's one over here, and there's one over here.
All right.
This guy over here on the far left, top left, he has been injured a little bit. This guy over here on the right is fresh.
Run to the guy on the right.
All right, you charge forward.
Me.
All right. And I will give him a punch.
Yeah, you will.
Uh, 21.
21, that's going to hit. I'm assuming you're going to do more than 10 damage.
We will be doing 14 damage.
Yeah, you put his head down, no problem. Yeah, you.
Pat,
Yes.
I take it that currently we have no way to communicate with each other
No.
because we don't have a telepath.
No.
Am I correct?
Unless you have the ability to telepathically link, no, you don't have the ability to communicate with each other right now. And yeah, so you punch this dude's lights out, he goes down. Okay. Will that end your turn, David?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and just kind of put up my jukes. And but that'll end my turn.
All right. Okay. So, oh man. The Black Knight steps forward, approaching the steps of this boy climbing above him, and says, "Yeah, give it up. You know, you can't win. It's already over." Okay, as you guys are just tearing through them, you know.
Can anybody hear what he said?
The power emanating from him seems to be of a magical, and it actually divides displaces the magical effects of the boy as you actually hear him speak, resounding.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And as quickly as he spoke, you hear the boy, "Silence!" and he goes flying. And slams against the back wall.
Well then.
Okay. This dude over here, he makes a motion at you, Brian. Okay, and he's going to unleash a burst of energy from what appears to be the palm of his hand. Okay, I'm going to make an attack. Ooh, boy, here we go.
I'm gonna use a reaction.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm gonna use my blank, so I'm gonna teleport behind
Uh-oh.
him.
Does that mean that I'm the new target?
Okay. So you teleport behind him as he goes to shoot you? Alright.
Yeah.
Very good.
Does that mean I'm the new target?
It appears that way.
Can I do the exact same thing, but I want to move to right? Wait, I'm not on that screen. Wait a minute. I want to blink to right there.
Okay. So he's at a disadvantage as he fires in this direction anyway, but hits nothing as you guys
It's
blink out of
convenient.
the way.
Two teleporters were next to each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright.
Teleporters need to stick together.
Yeah.
That brings us to top initiative, which is you, Chris.
I'm probably gonna regret this. I'm gonna try to pick said kid up and hurl him down the middle of the room toward the Black Knight. And I
Very
said,
good. Make an attack.
I might regret this, but here we go.
Only one way to find out.
Yep. I just got a 21. Fantastic.
Heck yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Alright. So yeah. You grab him and you throw him across the way. Alright. What is that? How far can you actually throw someone?
That's a great question. I don't know. Well, I mean, I got the fastball special. I don't know. I guess that's a more of a. I mean,
Well, with your, it would say it within the power that you're using.
Character can handle physical things with their mind. Hang on, I'm looking. I'm pulling it up right now. Maximum 5 spaces.
5 spaces. Okay. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he ends up over here by where the bell is.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll even say you hit the bell, hit him with the bell, whatever. If that, but if you want to make that your target.
Sure. He impacts the bell.
Okay. Very good.
Does he make it dong? I'm kidding.
We'll see. How hard do you hit him?
I don't know. I rolled a 21 fantastic. You tell me.
Well, what would be the? Does it come with a damage?
The damage? Yeah, it's like, I mean, I threw him, so I guess his impact is going to be damage. Hurricane Hill, is this one? What is the marble die? Is the marble die a 6?
A marble die, yeah, it would be if you rolled a fantastic. That's fantastic. But
So,
it'd be a 6.
It'd be 12. So it'd still be 16 points of damage.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you do 16 points of damage to him. Very good. So, is that in your turn?
I'm gonna move. I'm going to move to, what's my movement? How far can I move? Where is movement? Move. 5 spaces. All right, I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3. No. Let me go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move over there.
Yeah.
All right, and that ends my turn.
Oh, all right. That brings us to Brian, the Bry Man.
All right. Firstly, I am going to move over here.
Mhm.
And actually, I'm going to be back here. Actually. And then I'm going to create a giant tornado around the king, whatever.
Okay. The giant tornado. I like it.
I got a 10.
I wonder what that's going to do to the bell.
Oh. I don't think a 10 is going to be strong enough to be able to move him. Is there anything else you'd like to do? He resists it. But you still move things around the area. Sure.
Let me take a look at my reactions real quick. Yeah, that'll be it.
Not a very strong gust, but yeah. That brings us to Cody. Sorry, I was eating some Sour Patch Kids. Cody, it's your turn. Okay. What's the total for the attack? Okay. What's the damage for that? Okay. Yeah, he doesn't have any DR right now. Otherwise, I would have asked you guys to be doing that. But yeah, go ahead.
Wow. 40 damage. He might be hurt.
Okay.
That's 60 damage. Was that all of that kid just now? The child king?
Yeah. Okay. So you charge over and attack him viciously twice. So, will that end your turn there, Cody, then, I'm assuming? Alright, Damon. It does become your turn. You see them fighting over here in the middle. Essentially, there's one more goon up, and then, of course, everyone's starting to pound on the main guy.
I think with my movement, I could only make it over to the main guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll just try to squeeze in over there and give him a punch.
All right.
$17 standard.
Okay. So you hit him. What's the damage on that?
That will be a total of 12.
All right. Good. Okay. Was that going to end your turn there, Damon?
Yeah.
All right. So the cathedral comes alive with the sounds of combat as you guys begin, cutting down and dismembering and destroying all these minions. So you guys start circling and attacking the main guy. He actually raises his hand up in the air, almost ignoring all of you and your attacks, seemingly not even concerned, raises his hands up in the air, and as he does, you see the bell starting to move. Damon, Cody, Chris, you guys see that guy's getting up. All the guys you just wasted, like the guys you cut down, they're like put themselves back together.
Yeah, I was about to ask about those guys. Are they actually? I was wondering if we were killing real people or if they were like kind of automatons or something.
They seem to be real, okay, and now they really seem to be getting back up, okay. So I'm gonna have this guy, and he's going to, realizing it's fruitless to try to shoot at you. You're quick. We're gonna make an attack in your direction there, Cody. So we're going to try to hit you, okay, with an attack. Does a 9 hit? No, I'm assuming not.
He said no.
No. So you see a burst of energy fly over your shoulder as this guy is attacks at you. Other than that, like the bell gets like rolled over, and this guy gets up. Okay, so they're up, but they're not going to be able to do anything this turn. Okay, that kind of thing. As they're just getting up. Okay.
Sure.
Just being super creepy. That's all. And that brings us back to your guys' turn. Okay.
Super creepy.
And Chris. So creepy dudes putting themselves back together and standing back up again.
Okay. I'm gonna stick with what works. I'm gonna use the bell, but I'm gonna use it on the kid.
Okay. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
I'm gonna take a bell and basically put it like over him, like the cup in the
Okay.
hide the ball on the street. But I only have one cup and one ball, and he's the ball, and I'm gonna put the bell on top of him.
Okay.
So it's like cover him up with it.
Yeah. I think I'm picking it up.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably not small enough for fit in there, so it's gonna do some kind of damage to him. So I'm gonna roll.
Sure.
I'm gonna roll an attack with the bell. I'm gonna cover him with the bell. Hi, Bell. Bell, Child King. Child King, Bell. 16 standard.
Okay. Yeah, you hit. You hit all right.
That'll do 10 points of damage.
All right. So yeah,
I'm guessing he's not too thrilled with me.
no, he's not happy, but
And
guess
then
that really
I'm
doesn't matter.
gonna move over to the throne and check it out. Like, it just looks like a regular chair.
Yeah.
All right. That will end my turn.
That's my little bell. Deal with it.
I like it. I like it.
Beautiful, Pat. Beautiful.
That looks so cool. That poor kid. If it wasn't for the fact that he was a bad person, I'd feel bad. At least I hope he's a bad person. Because if not, we're really screwing up.
Right.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. And should be able to group that. Can I not group that? Yep, there it is.
Hey. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yep. So he's in the thing with the stuff.
He's in the bell. I like it. What'd you do with
In
my
the
kid? Oh, he's in time.
He's in timeout. All right. So after that, it was Brian. Brian, I apologize if you didn't speak. I was still doing things.
You good?
It is your turn, though.
He's not happy already. He's definitely not going to be happy now. I'm going to shoot an electrical burst right at the bell that dude's inside.
I'm
I'm going to electrify the entire thing, basically.
Yeah, you are. Okay. All right. Make an attack, my man.
I got a 17. Fantastic.
Okay.
And I dealt 26 damage.
Okay. Good job. All right. So as you do that, you see all these guys collapse. Oh, not him. These guys that were like getting up, they all collapse.
except for the one that wasn't hurt, which is the one on the top left.
Right.
All right, that's cool.
As after you do that, you can actually
Hear each other now.
you can hear the resounding, the resonation of the bell, like the sounds of the, everything. As you could hear people collapsing again. Sound. You hear sound again. Yay! It seems that whatever powers he had was just blotting out even sound.
Wow. Child King of
He's
Silence.
Yeah.
So he redefines the Simon and Garfunkel song "Sound of Silence."
Right.
Yep. So as you guys end up doing that, you guys see the Black Knight finally climb out of the rubble, and is like, "Well done. You guys triumphed over evil." As this one guy is trying to leave, and he ends up knocking him down to the ground. Basically, you're not going anywhere, kind of thing.
Stops him but doesn't kill him.
Stops him but does not kill him. That is correct. So
Yeah,
he's there.
I'm still trying to figure out if we just killed those guys.
Yeah, there's blood. Kind of like the whole. You ever remember that movie True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger? And he's trying to talk to, explain to Jamie Lee Curtis, that yes, I've killed people, but they were all bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it appears these people are dead.
So that was when I was like, so we can't communicate with each other, because I was about to unmask the one that was on the steps to see if it was a person or if it was something different.
Yeah, you see, so you do pull away the mask and stuff.
I just killed a person.
So yeah, you do pull away the mask and stuff, and you see it actually is a person, and his lips seem to have been sewn shut.
Oh my God.
As you observe some of the other people, like some of them, their lips are like gone all together, like entirely. Some of them have been like burned, closed. But in each of them, you get the feeling that they're all self-inflicted.
Oh. So some kind of crazy cult members.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I still feel like bad because I actually killed somebody. But at the same time, I almost feel like it was a mercy thing, because they were obviously not really fully functioning people anymore.
No, they were not. After all, everyone else in the city has abandoned it except for them, and they seem to be dealing. Yeah, whatever was going on here is not good. But there is that one person here, and you guys notice that his mouth is sewn shut.
Yeah. He's like, I ain't talking. Well, I say we take him somewhere and unsew his lips. I don't know. But, is the kid under the bell dead? Or just
Here, so could be. Well, could be either way. We'll see. I don't know.
So I lift the bell off of him.
He seems to be unconscious.
So I say we restrain him. And I look over to the Black Knight and the rest of the group, and I'm like, what do you guys think?
I think we should restrain him and take him with us.
So look into the Black Knight. So what do we need to do with him? Point to the bell. Yeah. So Cody and I are on the same page.
So I think what we all.
Yeah, I mean, he's unconscious for the moment. if he's got a
Right.
healing factor or something, he could be up quick. So, not saying that I want to keep pounding on him, but
You
what is the
still
Black
want
Knight
to
suggestion? So, what does the Black Knight suggest, Pat?
I'm sorry, one more time.
Well, like Cody and I and Brian were talking about, he's unconscious. We're not really sure what to do with him. Not really sure we want to pound on him or whatever. What does the Black Knight suggest?
The Black Knight is currently brings okay brings the person that has his mouth sewn shut over to you, Cody.
So, are we have a way to restrain the kid that's unconscious?
Hold on. I'm just stepping outside to smoke a cigarette. Give me a second. I'm just in transit.
Yeah, that was our main question. It says, I really don't want him to wake up and us have to do all that again.
True.
All right. Sorry, I'm heading outside.
You're fine. You can smoke, do whatever. Just
Okay, so you guys,
yeah.
as you guys are sitting there pondering what to do next, the Black Knight brings over that guy that he had grabbed. Brings him over to you, Cody. And he grabs the stitches basically and rips them out. Okay, you can hear the guy, crying pain. And then he looks to you and says, heal him.
I can't do that. Oh, he's typing. Says, I'll use that gem.
Right. So, as you reach out, usually, utilizing the gem itself, the guy, he's crying and he's in pain, but you lay your hands on him and he glows in this brilliant green light, just like you have. And you can see that his lips, they heal. Also, like the scars on his body, they begin to heal. Even the lunacy behind his eyes begins to relent. And he falls to the ground on his knees, thanking you for healing him, for taking away this curse.
Yep.
He asks, "What can I do?"
Do you remember anything while you were under this curse?
Ah, he says he does. And to answer your other question, as you about what to do with a guy in the bell, he says the same. He has been cursed by the Red Lord. Free him. Heal him. He looks around at the bloody mess. It's like, he doesn't say anything. He just like looks back at you and gives you kind of a little look like, all right, go about this thing your way, sure, but you have a healing touch. But the extent that you can heal is only so. But okay, so with Chris, you assist him with your telekinetic powers, removing the bell, binding the unconscious kid. Green Knight, you use your same powers and heal him as well. He glows to this Green Knight. Okay. And his eyes, they clear of their madness. He can't speak though. He was a mute, the man says, before the Red Lord. But I can, if you have questions, you asked about the Bastion. Yeah, he says he can help you with that location. Hold on, I gotta go back inside. Slip that aside for a quick cigarette. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm back. Second. Notes real quick. Uh, okay. He takes you closer to the throne. And he shows you something that seems to be hidden underneath the seat. So he pulls up the cushion, okay? And on the stone base, It's worn as if by time, and etched into it, it's a carving so faint you almost miss. It's not words, it's not a language, it's a map. Roughly carved by perhaps a trembling hand, marked by veins of rust and streaks of old wax. At the center, the city now you now stand in, surrounded by a ring of silenced bells, but beyond, further south, etched deeper into the rest, is a blackened spire, coiled in barbed lines. Its base cradled by a heart split in two. Around it are more symbols. Unfamiliar, unsettling. One resembles a cup with rot spilling from it. Another looks like an eye with veins of ash. And beneath them, sprawled with shaking, unnatural precision. There, they drink from the god's decay. They call it clarity. That's written. Okay. A name seems to appear. The hollow. I had trouble with that word. I don't want to pronounce it wrong.
Spell it.
Basilica?
Oh, Basilica.
Yeah, basilica. Sorry. The air around you grows colder as you study this thing. So, I'm going to add this into your little deal here. 1 second. Hopefully this will make a little more sense. But you find a map basically leading you to your next location. Your little
The next location. Cool.
or the location.
I just got a text on my phone. It was from Amazon. Somebody's trying to reset my password on my Amazon account.
That's weird.
That is, isn't it? I haven't used my Amazon account in like a couple years. Because they send you that code, that 6-digit code. I'm like, oh, great. That's perfect.
All right. I dropped a little deal in the chat there. That's what you end up finding.
Nice. Yeah, Cody says I look at the group and say, well, I was told to strike quickly and we have a lead.
You do. All right.
Well, sure enough.
Well, the Green Knight seems to be the boss right now. That is the one that's like got all the info based on this stuff, right?
Yeah, it's kind of one down, two to go that I know of. So. All right. So I guess only thing left to do is make your way to the next location, right? Next locale. However, okay, it's getting a little bit late. One of you guys want to save that for the next time, and guys go ahead and upgrade your characters. You only have a little bit of upgrading left to do before you guys are full-fledged rank 2s. That's kind of
Cool.
I'm pretty tired, so I'm ready.
yeah. I figured you were. This is normally about the quickened time for y'all anyway.
Yeah, we're not as young as we used to be.
Yeah, well, Cody and Brian both have medical reasons.
And I gotta be up early. I gotta be up early for work.
Some of us just have to adult, you know.
Yeah.
I
I gotta work.
enjoyed playing, and I hope you guys did too.
I had fun. It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
So we when we get time, we can go into the characters and upgrade a point or two or something.
Well, yeah, this was technically, if we're keeping track, almost as if I had been. This will be your 8th session, which would also be your 8 of 10 choices you get to make before fully ranking up to rank 2. So essentially, you could count on that there's at least 2 more sessions before we move on to doing chapter 2.
So we have points.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Well,
you have to put in whatever the points are, right?
You get it's part of the getting school rules for the Marvel 616.
Schooling advancement.
Really cool. I enjoy the way that the system works. How is it working out for you guys? As you guys slowly but surely are unlocking new powers.
It's neat. It's definitely a different take for the play style. I was having a conversation with somebody on Facebook on the 616 Marvel Facebook group, and I like it, but my concern with it is the way that it's set up. It seems like it's kind of set up that each rank is about 10 good sessions. You know what I mean? Which would make a campaign only about 60 to 65 sessions if you're counting like session zeros and like wrap up sessions and stuff for arcs and stuff like that. 65 games is decent, nowadays, considering like scheduling and stuff like that, but I'm more used to like fantasy based game campaigns that are like a year and a half long. Yeah.
2 years. Or
yeah,
it's 1 year and you're like, you think you're done, you're like, no, we just got to the beginning, now we're really getting into the campaign.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm used to. So like I'm trying to, I guess, like get used to a quicker campaign, I guess.
A more refined story.
Well, not to say I completely get what you're saying, 100%. But if you do the math on that, with us playing bi-weekly, that's 2 years.
Right. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. But if we weren't playing bi-weekly, if you were
That's
playing,
true. Playing bi-weekly, that's about a year and a half.
Yeah.
About 50 sessions in a year, give or take. If you're doing a week.
Right.
52.
You figure we miss a week or two because of
But I get
holidays.
what 100%. You're saying. Definitely like a fast track to whatever. For sure.
So,
But I don't necessarily know that you guys are going to continue getting school after you leave school. You know what I mean? Let's see. Maybe you guys will change. As you guys are, I mean, it's still, if you guys want to continue doing it through that progression, that's fine. And if you decide that you, at some point, you're like, you know, because there's like a max to, that would be like max rank. You would have your own individual max ranks. That you're not going beyond that particular, you know, rank, you know. You unfortunately would always be a mid-carter, you know, as they say. Others might reach rank 5, you know, while others may only rank as far as like 3. That is a thing as well. I saw with the character generation. I don't know what all that, but I agree with you. It could be a quick session, make for a quick game, but how we choose to approach it is completely up to us. After all, the only guide.
so
Yeah.
Pat,
Yeah.
are we adding a point on our schooling advancement?
You'll still have a point.
Do you have to? I'm trying to figure out.
How about dip
So-
out, guys? You all have a good night.
You too. I'm gonna go and sign off here. Be kind to each other. We're all together. Until next time.